Hi friends, now I am going to explain the concept simple interest. Actually, in our daily life, we provide products or services to others for a consideration. Depending on the nature of service, the name of the consideration is changed. For example, if you provide your services to your employer, you can get consideration by way of salary. If you provide your house to a tenant, you get the consideration by way of rent. If you provide your money to somebody for consideration, the name of the consideration is interest. So, depending on the nature of the service, the name of the consideration is changed. Now, we are discussing the features of simple interest. Actually, the interest is calculated in two methods. The first method is simple interest method and second one is compound interest method. Briefly about simple interest. Simple interest is calculated only on principal amount, what amount you lent or you borrowed. In case of compound interest, interest is calculated not only on principal but also on the accrued interest. In this section, we mainly focus on simple interest calculation and the allied issues. Now, in order to understand this concept thoroughly, we have to understand certain relevant terms. The first one is borrower. Borrower or debtor. Lender or creditor. Now, for example, A lends 10,000 rupees to B. Then A is the lender or creditor who gives loan and B is the borrower or debtor. Normally, he expects a consideration for giving his money to borrower. That is called, the consideration is called interest. In order to understand this concept, we have to understand 5 terms. Totally 5 terms we have to understand, and now you see that first one is principal. Principal, and hereafter in all our formulas, for the sake of simplicity, we use it as P. P. Principal. Second one is rate. Rate means rate of interest. We represent it as R. R represents rate of interest. Third one is time. Time. This T represents time. Thereafter, fourth one, simple interest. Simple interest. This is SI. And fifth one is amount. Amount. This is A. So, first understand these 5 terms with reference to this example. A lends 10,000 rupees to B at the rate of 12% per annum. 12% per annum, per 100 per year, 12 rupees he has to pay by in the name of interest. and here time is 1 year. 1 year. So, 10,000 rupees is lent at the rate of 12% for 1 year. What is the simple interest? Later we see the formula and all that. Just let us simply calculate the simple interest. Simple interest per year per 100, 12 rupees. For 10,000, 100 hundreds, 12 into per 100 per year 12 rupees. For 100 hundreds, it is 1,200 rupees. The simple interest is 1,200 rupees, and the amount, the sum of principal and simple interest, that is, we can write it as P plus SI, then that is 10,000 plus 1,200, total 11,200 rupees is the amount. Just briefly understand. Now, A lent 10,000 rupees to B. The 10,000 is called principal, and rate of interest 12% per annum. Per year 12 rupees per 100. Now, that is called 12%. Time 1 year. 1 year, and simple interest calculation simply per 100 12 rupees per year. For 10,000 how much? 100 hundreds, 12 into 100 1,200. Amount is equal to P plus SI, that is simple interest, that is 1,200. In this context, some special points we have to focus. First one, rate of interest. Rate of interest should be always per 100 per year. Sometimes interest may be given like this, 1 rupee 1% per month, 1% per month. Then we must evaluate for 1 year, per 1% per 1 rupee per 100 per month, per 100 for 12 months, that is 1 year, then 12%. Whatever form it is given, the interest, ultimately we have to convert into a percentage per annum, because in our formula, which I am going to explain, we have to substitute percentage per annum, thereafter time, because here we are taking the rate of interest per year. So, always time should be in years only. Time should be in years. For example, if time is given as 10 months, then what you have to do? 10 by 12. Suppose time is given as 250 days, then 250 by 365 days. This is the year. Sometimes 10 and a half months. 10 and a half months. 10 and a half months is nothing but 21 by 2. 21 by 2 by 12, that is 21 by 24. In this manner, every time, whatever time is given, if it is given in years straightly, there is no problem. Otherwise, if it is given either in months or in days, we have to convert them into years according to this formula. Now, we have to discuss, we find out formula for all these things. Now, let us consider the corresponding formula. Simple interest. Simple interest is equal to PTR by 100, P into T into R by 100. Already explained that. Here, one important point I have to tell you. Suppose rate of interest is 18%. Sometimes it is expressed as 0.18 because it is divided by 100, then it comes this one. So, if it is given like this, then this 100 you should not put. You should not write this 100 because already it is divided by 100. So, that point you remember. Next, sometimes you may be given simple interest, rate of interest and time, and you have to calculate the principal. Then a simple interest into 100 by r into t. Now, simple one, this 100 go this side, SI into 100 and r and t comes this side, SI into 100 by r into t. Next, in the same manner, you are given simple interest, principal and rate of interest. You have to find out time. Simple interest into 100 by p into r. Next, sometimes simple interest, principal and time is given. You have to calculate rate of interest. Then simple interest by 100 by p into t. And sometimes you have to calculate amount, and amount is equal to p into p plus simple interest. Now, let us substitute this one into a previous example. Now, then p 10,000, time 1 year, time should be always expressed in years. If it is given in months or fractional months or days, you should convert into years and put it. Next thing is rate of interest. Rate of interest also always it may be given in different form. Per month it may be given, even per day it may be given. Then you have to convert per year, per 100 and you have to put it here, and 10,000 into 1 into 12 by 100, then this goes, then 1,200. Now, amount P plus SI, then 10,000 plus 1,200, 11,200. In this respect, I have to draw your attention towards some points. Actually, all these things we learnt in schooling, 8th class, 7th class and all that. Now, you are competing, you are going to write some competitive exam for your career. Don't expect this type of straight things, and simply knowing formulas, by hearting formulas and all that, don't expect that you can solve all these issues and all that, because the problems are very tricky. No problem is direct. And one thing always you remember, simply having a vehicle, you cannot reach the destination. You must have a road map. So, as every problem is tricky and unique, you have to apply your brain, your aptitude, your sharpness of the brain is very important. That only an employer expects from you, not by hearting formulas and simply substituting and all that. Every problem is unique. First you have to apply your brain, that means you have to devise the strategy or roadmap. Thereafter, you may apply the formula. So, don't simply depend on formula, first devise the strategy how to solve that, because every problem is unique. One thing I am telling you, intricacies are all unique. Now, if you tackle 10 intricacies, automatically you are enabled to tackle 11th unique intricacy. But if you never try, there is no use, and simply by hearting formula also you get a little. Understand? That is why take problems. Now, I am going to explain you 5-6 examples. That means 5-6 types of intricacies. That is not the end of that. Any type of intricacy may be created. Then you apply your brain. Then sincerely try. Definitely get. And we are providing tests and all that. You practice on them automatically. Just continuous practice is required. Not one day or 1 week and all that. Continuously for few months if you work on them, then ultimately definitely you can sharpen your brain you definitely achieve quantitative skills. Now, based on these issues, I will explain some examples which are having different types of intricacies. Now, let us consider some examples in order to understand intricacies in these issues, in the problems we encounter, and how to tackle them. Now, already I told you, 10 intricacies if you deal with on your own, 11th intricacy automatically can solve. You are enabled to do that. That's why simply apply your brain, open up your brain and work on that. And here this is a simple and straightforward problem, and here X borrowed rupees 10,000 from Y. X is the borrower or debtor, and Y is called lender or creditor. Now, that is P, rupees 10,000, and time is given in months. Already I told you, time may be given in months or days, anything. Ultimately, you have to convert them into years. So, here time, this is 6 by 12, that is 1 by 2 year. Thereafter, a rate is given per month, 2% per month. So, 2% per month for 12 months, it is 24%, 24% per annum. Thereafter, simple interest formula, you know that, P into T into R by 100. Then, if you substitute the values into the formula, then 10,000 into time is half and rate is 24 by 100, then 12, then 1,200 is the simple interest. What we want? We want amount. Amount is equal to P plus SI, that is 10,000 plus 1,200 is equal to 11,200 is the amount what we have to calculate. Now, what type of intricacies you may face? Here time is given 6 months. Sometimes time may be given like this, 2.5 years, 2.5 months, 2.5 months. Then don't confuse, simple thing. 2.5 means 5 by 2 months by 12, we have to convert into years, then that is 5 by 24. 5 by 24 years, that you have to substitute, where half is there, 1 by 2 is there, you have to substitute this. Sometimes per 100 per day 10 paise interest. Then without having any confusion, per 100 per day 10 paise, per month that is nothing but 3 rupees. Per day per 100 10 paise, 30 into 10, 3% per month. Then how to calculate per year? 3 into 12, 36%. Then 36 should be substituted here. Then in such way, sometimes you may be given dates. Now the time is 150 days. Then 150 by 365, like this you may be given. Then 150, then it is 150 by 150 by 365 here. That should be substituted here. In this way, one thing I am telling you, no straightforward question will be there. Some type of intricacy is involved in every issue. So all the types of intricacies you understand. But one thing, intricacies are not unlimited. Those are limited only. Definitely by tackling them, any other intricacy you can tackle on your own. Example 2. This is a different problem. Simple interest earned on 10,000 rupees for 42 months is 4,900. What is the rate percentage? What is the rate of interest? We have to calculate. Now, in this, P is equal to 10,000. Now, time. Time is given in months, 42 months. 42 months means you know that it is nothing but 3.5 years, that is 7 by 2. 7 by 2, 3.5 months, we are converting to 7 by 2 years. Now, simple interest was given, that is 4,900. 4,900 for 7 by 2 years or 3.5 years per year. So, simple interest per year, per annum on 10,000 is equal to 4,900 into 2 by 7. This is 1,400. This 700 into 2, 1,400. So, just consider this. For 10,000 rupees per annum, 1,400 per 100 per 100 per annum should be 14. So, rate of interest is 14%. So, this is different. There is no scope of using, there is no need of using a formula. Now, we see, just apply your brain. 42 months interest is given. We have to calculate interest for 12 months. It is a simple way. So, now 42 months, then convert into years, then 7 by 2, 4,900 is simple interest. Now, 4,900 into 2 by 7, 1,400, that is for on 10,000, and for 100 it is. Now, example 3. A sum is lent at certain rate of interest. That means here principal is not given and rate of interest is also not given, and it amounts to 4,830 in 15 months, and the same principal amounts to 5,040 in 20 months. Now, we have to calculate principal and rate of interest. Just think, apply your brain. What is the simplest way of doing? Now, you see, in 20 months, it amounts to 5,040. In 15 months, it amounts to 4,830. 4,830. Now, just why the difference has come? Now, for 15 months, it amounts to 4,830. Why it has become 5,040 in 20 months? Means interest is added. Interest is added to this, that's why it is increased. So, let us find out the interest accrued for 5 months. Then it comes 210 rupees. 210 rupees for 5 months. So, whatever may be the principal, on that in 5 months the interest accrued was 210. For 1 month, 1 month how much? 210 by 5, this is 42. So, the interest accrued for 1 month is 42. Now, in order to find out P, let us take this one and substitute. Now, you see, P plus per month 42 rupees interest for 15 months. This is for 15 months. 15 into 42 is equal to 4,830. Now, in order to find it out, then 15 into 42, that is 630 rupees. P plus 630 is 4,830. Then P is equal to 4,830 minus 630 is equal to 4,200. 4,200 is the principal. Just once again I explain. Now, for 15 months, the principal amounts to 4,830. For 20 months, the same principal amounts to 5,040. Now, we are finding out the difference. Because of interest only it is increased. So, now find the difference. This is 5 months, and the interest accrued is 210. For 1 month, interest is 210 by 5, 42. For 1 month, the interest accrued is 42. So, now let us take this clue and substitute into this. Now, this is how you got this amount. Then this is P plus 15 months interest. P plus 15 into 42, 4,830, one equation. P plus, this is 630, 4,830. Now, P is equal to 4,830 minus 630, then 4,200. On 4,200, how much interest is accrued per month? 42. Then it is 1 rupee per month. Per annum, 1 rupee per month, and per annum 12% per annum. In this way, we have to calculate. Now, example 4. A sum of money is lent at the rate of interest on simple interest basis. It fetches 60% of the principal. 60% of the principal in 4 years. What is the rate of interest per month? It is so simple problem. Now, how 60% is fetched? Because of interest. So, for 4 years it is 60%. For 1 year, rate per annum, it comes 15%. Just understand that by lending money, the lender gets 60% of the principal amount in 4 years. So, for 1 year, 60 by 4, it is 15%. So, what we have to calculate? A rate per month, not for annum. So, 15 by 12, it comes 1.25, 1 rupee 25 paise per 100 per month. Now, I will explain the fifth and last example. A lent certain sum to B at the rate of 10% per annum on simple interest basis, and the rate is increased by 10% every year on the base rate. Base rate means you know that first year rate, that is 10%. After 3 years, B paid 7,315 and cleared his loan. That is, after 3 years, the amount is 7,315, and we have to calculate the principal. Here, just first understand this principle, rate, first year it is 10%, and second year it is increased 10% on the 10%. So, second year it comes 11%, and third year it comes 12%. Now, first you understand this point. Thereafter, assume P 100 rupees. P is 100 rupees. So, now first year simple interest comes 10% of that 10 rupees. Second year simple interest comes 11 rupees. Third year simple interest comes 12 rupees. So, total interest in 3 years 33 rupees. So, amount is equal to 100 plus 33, that is 133. So, 100 amount is 133. P is what we assume, 100. Amount is 700. Amount is 133. P is 100. Now, what amount he paid after 3 years? 7,315. Now, P is how much? This is the way we have to calculate. Then, P is equal to 7,315 by 133 into 100. If you calculate this, you can get 5,500 is the principle. So, once again I explain, the first year rate of interest is 10%. Every year it is increased by 10% on the original rate. So, second year it comes to 11%, third year it comes to 12%. Now, let us assume original P is 100 rupees. So, first year it fetches 10 rupees interest, and second year it fetches 11 rupees interest, because interest rate is increased to 11%, and third year it fetches 12%, it is interest rate is increased by 12%. Totally the interest earned is 33 rupees on 100 rupees. So, amount is 100 plus 33, 133. This is the assumption. So, now what we have to calculate, if 133 is the amount, principal is 100. Now, how much amount he paid after 3 years? 7,315. What is the P? Then we calculate, it comes 5,500. So, if you want to calculate interest, a simple interest, then 7,315 minus 5,500, it comes 1,815 is the simple interest. P is 5,500 and simple interest is 1,850, amount is 7,315, and time is 3 years, and rate is 10%. 10% first year, 11% second year, and third year 12%.